John, what's your sense of your line 3 games into the regular season here?
I liked our first game. I think in Detroit, maybe didn't generate as much as we wanted to, but things changed up with Matthias there last night. So did some good things. Obviously, things got kind of mixed up as the game went on. There's definitely a lot of areas to still get better at. But still been some good things, and maybe haven't generated as many high-end looks as we can sometimes. But sometimes that's just kind of the way the game is. You got to grind and you got to work through it and continue to check like Chief talks about, and it's amazing how things start to turn, and all of a sudden you get yourself a little more time and space, get into good areas of the ice. So continuing to do that, get on the forecheck, earn pucks back, and get second and third looks.
How much of that is changing line mates or just early season rust? Like, what do you attribute the lack of high danger chances to?
I think it's easy to get really narrow-sighted on 3 games. I think throughout the course of 82, there's always going to be a few nights maybe you didn't generate as much as you like. I think there's certainly been opportunities to score and put the puck in the net. So I think you just kind of continue to stay with it. You don't try to overthink things or try to do too much. I think you just try to stick with playing well and putting yourself on the right side of it. Last night as a team, as the game wore on especially, we did a lot of that. Their goalie played well, and we haven't had many maybe looks on the power play as well either that give you some opportunities to get some looks on net, generate momentum, things like that. So I think you just keep trying to build your game, be a little sharper, execute a little better, continue to be difficult to play against, and understand the importance of playing 200 feet and how good you got to be away from the puck, the way you got to defend, the way you have to check, and how that leads to the rest of our game.
Craig had mentioned last night that specifically he's looking for more from William. You've gotten to know him over the years. What have you learned about his ability to kind of respond when the coach pushes him?
Well, I've always said that's why I think Willie does tremendously well in this market. I think, more than anyone will look himself in the mirror and knows maybe that he can do more, he can play better. So he's obviously one of the best in the league. Obviously, we're very lucky to have him, and we know what he's capable of and his ability to respond, and not only when he's challenged from, whether it's anyone within our locker room, whether it's coaching staff, but just himself and the expectations that he has for him and the standards he set and how great he wants to be night to night. So, he responds really well.
You do have another Swede who's off to a decent scoring start. You can talk a little bit about Collie and how well he's done, especially considering in training camp it was unclear where he's going to wind up. Yeah,
which I think has been great for us in general here to start, is just the contributions we're getting offensively from a lot of guys, and certainly Callie's got that ability. He's shown that over his career. Obviously, it was a challenging year for him last year, and what he went through physically and the time away and having to get better and just coming in healthy, and how great of a camp he had and how he's impacted us here. So we've had great contributions from him and a lot of other guys offensively that have put us in good spots to win games. Paid off for us the first night, and we just got to close things out and play a full 60.
What stood out to you about Cowan's debut? Like, what do you notice seeing him?
Well, I think you see his hockey IQ, his ability to make plays and see things that maybe not everyone can see. His ability to find the open man, to put the puck in good spots, realize I think thinking 1-2 steps ahead, the way you're being defended, the way you're being checked, and trying to manipulate things or make plays that obviously lead to puck possession. Scoring chances, things like that. So thought he looked real solid, really good, really comfortable, and he'll only get better. I think there's no doubt he's going to be a very good player.
What has stood out most about Cade Primo in your short time with him here?
He's been pretty quiet, but I think there's certainly underlying excitement about the opportunity and what he can bring to the table. Obviously, he's got some experience, and I think looking forward to, for him, just relishing the opportunity that he has here with us, and has come in, just worked really hard, put his head down, and just trying to be ready to compete every single day and ready for when his name's called.
You touched on the power play. Would getting more chances help kind of assimilate?
Yeah, you got to earn those.
Because you made a big
Yeah. We just, sometimes calls don't always go your way. Sometimes things are tight and standards set. I thought in Detroit it was a pretty tight standard, and it's on us to continue to be difficult to play against, stress the opponent, and eventually you earn the calls and you're able to get multiple looks and opportunities that obviously can help impact the game and build momentum. Obviously, get results offensively. So. Continue to do a lot of more of the things that we did last night that can hopefully, like I said, earn those chances.
Steven Stamkos mentioned recently that it would be a dream to play in the Olympics. He still wants to make Team Canada. Just your generation in particular got hit hard by the lack of participation. How do you view those lost years for international competition?
Yeah, I mean, I don't try to dwell on it too much because it's in the past and it's over with. But it sucked out. We lost those opportunities, no doubt. I mean, those are times in our career where you want to maximize the opportunities to play best on best and play at the Olympic Games. Obviously, got fortunate to do it once, and it was difficult for Stammer with the injury that he had. So you definitely feel for him. So, yeah, it was unfortunate. I think we obviously would love to go, and I think that's why there was such a strong push from the players, in the current generation that's really kind of come on and, leading the game right now and what they're doing, and Connor and Austin and McKinnon and all those guys, because, it's so special to be a part of it as a kid growing up. You look for those opportunities and know how rare they are.